Holly Bellabono here. What is CSR? It's a new acronym, kind of new, especially for people who have been around for a bit. Corporate Social Responsibility. What does it mean? It's a new term that signifies being accountable to more than just a company's bottom line or its profits. It can be challenging. It is challenging and it can be intimidating, especially for small and medium businesses who believe that it's for the big corporations, that small and medium businesses should shy away from it or not try hard enough or not put too much effort into it because it's really the big corporations that have the capacity and the resources to tackle corporate social responsibility and do it well. To compound matters and make it worse, CSR curricula at many Ivy League and other schools that offer CSR leadership and sustainability leadership programming, they often use case studies that focus on the biggest 20 corporations in the world. These include Unilever, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Uber. And this leaves students of CSR wondering how sustainability practices actually fit into small and medium-sized companies. You may wonder how, if you're not a mega million company like Google, how can you make a difference? The fact is, you can. Every company, including sole proprietors even, can make a positive impact through their decisions that are based on positive core values. You need not hire a CSR executive to manage this for you, and you need not have 10 departments that need training. Medium-sized companies, such as those with 30 employees and an annual budget of 5 to 10 million, can create enormous positive impact through responsible business practices based on corporate social responsibility. For instance, take Numi, the tea company based in California. You've likely seen their boxes of packaged herbal tea on health food store shelves. Their small team of roughly 43 employees is renowned for implementing purposeful activities that show their concern for water in their vendors' farming communities. Even though they're relatively small, especially compared to like Google and Microsoft, the company established partnerships to create a program called Together for Hope, providing fresh drinking water to rural communities in India, Madagascar, and South Africa. After all, says their website, what is herbal tea without water? So that became their beacon, their mission, their purpose was ensuring that communities, especially in their farming regions, have access to fresh drinking water. Numi also partnered with a nonprofit to provide similar benefits in Ukraine. Finally, they are one of the landmark natural product companies producing tea packets in compostable wrappers, and they are verified fair labor and fair trade, making them a beacon of hope for employment candidates seeking socially and environmentally responsible career options. Other companies develop innovative ways to be socially responsible, such as Equal Exchange, which produces organic coffee, tea, cocoa, and, in my humble opinion, really delicious chocolate. They're slightly larger. They have a team of 110 employees. This company states that its mission is to build long-term trade partnerships that are economically just and environmentally sound, to foster mutually beneficial relationships between farmers and consumers, and to demonstrate through their success the contribution of worker cooperatives and fair trade to a more equitable, democratic, and sustainable world. So they're very clear about what their values are and what their mission is as a company and how they're governing their mission. So this is a key part of the ESG. ESG is a way to measure and score basically your CSR, corporate social responsibility activities. Your ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance accounting, basically keeping you accountable. And what was your data? What are your measurements? What are your metrics? How did you fare in your attempts at CSR? That's what your ESG tells you. So this company, Equal Exchange, is really focused on the governance as well as the environmental and the social, but especially the governance. How do we make decisions? Who makes the decisions? Whose voices do we hear in the decision-making process for this entire company? It doesn't have to be this way, and it often isn't. And so to find companies like this that are really doing well is really enlightening. Other chocolate and coffee companies simply hire vendors to harvest the cacao beans, make the chocolate, and sell it without regard to employee values, fair hiring, or the farming implications of unsustainable agricultural practices. So finding companies that go the extra mile is heartening. The success of companies like Numi and Equal Exchange show us that it is indeed possible to be highly engaged with CSR and have positive environmental, social, and governance impacts. In fact, not only is it possible, but it is desired. CSR should be a beacon for all companies, natural and organic product makers or otherwise, to tangibly affect the progress of the world's environmental and socially forward movements. This idea of tangible is key. It is not enough to say it or to post it on a website. The actual effects of building drinking water fountains in rural areas or hosting listening sessions for farmers is critical to the notion that businesses can be a force for good. As a natural and organic business consultant, I specialize in leading in-person retreats, workshops, and trainings where executives and team members can come together to identify and then expand core values and purpose. Creating a mission statement is not enough. To keep teams healthy and engaged, your company must invest in the ongoing process of exploring and identifying core values. And then to propel your company forward with both employee retention and customer love, you should consider implementing a meaningful purpose throughout. So, what does this look like? I can help you with assessments, training and facilitation, online curriculum, HR resources, and positive implementation that strengthens your team's unity. Contact me to learn more.